if I use this skill and then another skill right after, I get another bar, and then yet another bar. Alrighty, hey yo, what is up, Knights? Aegis Rick here, back with some more Elven Knight on DFO, guys, and we're level 28. And this will just be one video in this dungeon because I want to be level 30 because I believe we get our awesome skill at level 30. Again, I remind you guys, I think I mentioned in the last video, we haven't yet picked up our, like, pretty much class-defining skill, which I guess I'll have to show you guys by the end of this video. It is basically a way to chain my skills together and dish out extra damage when I do it. So right now I'm doing all right, and the damage is quite significant, mostly because, as I mentioned before, it's my dragon weapon. It's so good, but we're gonna get a lot more damage than that once we start chaining our skills. And you know, I mentioned this before, but I feel like, you know, I really like classes that have that are a little bit more than just pressing X. So, you know, I've fallen out of favor with classes like I mean, I'm not trying to call them out because that's not all they do, but, you know, I used to like Berserker a lot more, and, you know, as I play him now, it's not as fun as it used to be. So hopefully this little system will spice things up. But I'm talking about things I don't know about yet, but that should be coming. Yeah, that should be coming right here at level 30. This chain rush skill, class-defining skill, guys. We'll see it once we get it, though. And as far as we're going right now, it should not be too long till we do. Oh my gosh. One thing I noticed when I'm casting buffs, I have super armor when I do it, which is not a normal thing. Sometimes, you know, you expect to get interrupted if you do it in an unsafe time. Not with this class. You can pretty much cast that buff right there that gives everybody extra hit rate and damage, and it gives you super armor when you do it, so it's extremely safe. Like I said, most classes don't have that super armor available to them, so I guess that's another benefit of being a knight, guys. Massive super armor, and just, I grabbed him out of his little thing right there, man. That was nuts. I'm just killing them while they're in there. Man, I even pushed him out of the ground. This is nuts, man. You don't want to fuck with this shield. You just don't. I mean, I keep trying to warn you guys. You keep trying, and these fucking little spiders, they don't know what hit them. That's what happens. Speed our quest there. And we should be nearing the end of our quest line here, honestly. So we're gonna get the level and possibly unlock the next dungeon. And man, the stag and the boar are both skills that I love abusing. Right there, I don't know if you guys saw, the shield skill is pretty cool. It's a little bit, you know, the damage is a little underwhelming. It's one of those skills where I can charge it up slightly to get a little extra damage in. Right there, you can see I can do that little charge swing. It is a shield hit. It's not actually throwing the shield, I think, as I mentioned before, but it's a shield hit, and once you hit an enemy with it, it can then be chained into the adjacent or nearby enemies. Causes a debuff, I believe. Actually, I'm not too sure. It's just something I've been using sometimes. Yeah, I throw it out there. It does a little bit of extra damage to them. But guys, what am I doing? This is here showing that you don't need the unicorn, but I think it is kind of efficient to use it every chance you get. I'm stuck in this. I'm stuck in this. I'm a knight. Let's use our super armor buff, though. Ugh! Oh, can't hit inanimate objects with it. Oh, boy. Get hit with the stag, baby. Well, guys, we did get the level, and like I said, I want to get to level 30. We'll test out some new skills. Most importantly, the class-defining skill, the shield chain. We're going to start chaining our skills, guys. But anyway, guys, first we got to get to 30, so let's do that. Alrighty, hey yo, what is up, Knights? Aegis Rick here, and we're probably going to put this at the end of the video, but guys, we are back at the Heroes Catacomb on hard difficulty, and you guys can see something is a lot different now. I usually show this dungeon because it turns out that this is about when you hit level 30, so you get new skills, but guys, we got our new staple skill, and I've tried it a few times, and let me tell you something, I love it. I'm not very good at it yet, but it's a cool little feature about the game. But before we talk about that, you guys can clearly see it. But before we talk about that, we'll do the other two skills that we picked up. One of them is just a big stab attack, does a lot of damage, and then one of them is actually a really long lunge attack. Right there, I actually got interrupted mid-air, but I had to remove my skill binding, so I'm a little bit confused. But yeah, another one's like a really long jump move that also causes a big AoE, so it's kind of like seismic punch on the fighter classes. But guys, we picked up our basic skill. I have it shortcutted on A, and it's called the Chain Rush, I think? Yeah, Chain Rush. Okay, this one's hard to use, so I'm probably not going to be able to show you guys perfectly, but basically, here's how it works. every time you use one of your action skills, which again I remind you there are a ton, during the animation of that skill or after a little while afterwards, you have the chance to cast Chain Rush. So I use a skill, say it's this one. You guys see that bar above me? I can use Chain Rush only during that time, so I got a little bit of time to use it. But the key is, once I use it, there's Chain Rush actually. It's that big swipe with the shield. The gimmick is, and that animation you guys can tell is really wide and also a little bit delayed. It's a little slow, and the reason for that is the idea with it is that you're supposed to, right when you use Chain Rush, chain into another skill. So basically it's a skill to use before you use another skill, because basically I'll try to do it now. If I use this skill and then another skill right after, I get another bar and then yet another bar. So you guys can see I got a 3 chain right there. That's the maximum I can get at this level, but it's just a way to chain some skills together if I'm spamming a bunch of skills. Now the hard part is learning how to do the chains, because obviously if I use a skill, no matter what skill I use, I can even use the block. Afterwards, well, I have to have the buff on. It's basically a buff, and it lasts for a little while. You can see on the bottom left. But yeah, any skill I use, whether it be the block, a little while after I can use the Chain Rush. But the hardest thing is to use another skill immediately after you use the Chain Rush, which is still something I'm getting used to, because you don't have a lot of time. You got to cancel into something else immediately afterwards to keep the chain going. So, you know, I can wait here and then chain into this and then chain into this, and then, you know, I missed that one right there. So the benefit of chaining is that I get massive extra damage. Now, it's not necessary that I use this, but guys, let me just tell you, this is what this class is about. This is the main staple of this class. That's how you do damage with this class, is that in between your skills, you're basically cashing in on that extra damage you get from Chain Rush. It's like free skill, basically. So, and that skill, I can imagine, can get really powerful. So there's the chain right there. I just had to practice it a little, guys. I'm a little terrible at it. I promise you that, but, you know. It's, like I said, not necessary, but let me tell you, if you want to play this class, I'd say try to learn it, honestly. There's no real reason why you won't pick that skill up, because it's that good. Let me tell you, it is some serious damage. Once I get used to actually using the chain right there, I did a full chain hit. I think those get higher level as I get the higher Chain Rush skills. Not only does it do more damage, but as you can imagine, the chains can get longer and harder to connect with. So right now they're relatively easy, but you see, if I don't follow up with the skill immediately after I use the Chain Rush, the combo dies. So basically I have to chain into just something. Use something immediately after Chain Rush, and that's kind of what I had to get used to here. But I'm taking a lot of damage right now since I'm trying to Chain Rush so much. I actually missed with that attack. See, but that's the thing. Like after you use the Chain Rush, or after you use the skill after Chain Rush, you have a lot of time to use something else if you want. You see right there. Hell, you can even use the block if you have nothing else you could use. Just use the block real quick and then chain into something else. Just press the button, press something after Chain Rush. Oh shit, there's the Chain Rush buff again. So, like I said, guys, this class has a ton of skills. It's hard to get used to. Right there, I just used the block to facilitate me getting an extra stack of Chain Rushing. You know, for now, let's just go on to our pony, so we know how this works. But I will be trying to get a little bit better at using that. Right now it's only level 1, so it's not doing as much damage as it could, but definitely something that I'm going to try out a lot more. As you guys will see, probably in the next video I'll try to master it. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'll put this near the end of the video. The reason why I love classes like this, and I like Monk as well, is because they have a learning curve to them. You know, sometimes you can pick up a class and totally understand it right when you start playing. You know, Azura, it's relatively easy. Blade Master's relatively easy. Well, Blade Master actually has a big learning curve now. I never used to. Berserker's, you know, really easy. But these classes like Monk and the Knight, man, I love having to, you know, struggle a little bit through the gimmick of how to play them. Because once you learn how to play them, guys, it really is a unique experience. You know, my Monk plays nothing like any other character I've played. Same thing with this class. And I'm really enjoy that, because once I learn how to do it, guys, I'm just going to love playing with both of those classes since they're so unique. But anyway, guys, just want to leave off on that happy note that I'm feeling really great about my choice for my new main, my Elven Knight. And if you guys are watching this, hopefully you guys will be convinced. If not, I guess you guys can enjoy the Chaos Knight instead, since I will be showing content on that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you knights later.